Pour eggs in it.
Cooks it up. People are telling me to do our waffle maker. I've only done waffles.
Yeah, I watched that hack too. That is a lot of hack.
Welcome to Inside the Ant Farm. How you guys doing? You're gonna drink right away, guys.
What a jerk.
Jamie. Yeah, waffle makers, guys. So interesting.
This smells great,
Did
by
you
the way.
drink some of that?
No, I smelled it. Okay, let's show it off first. We got Lucifer. Lucifer brewed by Het Anchor. I don't know what that means. Is that like a brewing company? Sure. Why not? I've never even heard of that before. It's imported from Sterling, Virginia.
So I got this from the weird...
Belgian ale.
I got this from the weird...
Smells great.
It's like a weird... They sell imported beers, like imported Swiss chocolates. The guy's very Eastern European, the guy that owns it.
Where is this?
And they sell like...
An Armory
They
Square
sell like Mediterranean food, I want to say.
So you get
it's
like
the Armory Square. It's like...
So you get some
It's next to like Empire Brewery. It's called like something very innocuous, like...
Tiramisu.
The deli.
Maybe?
It's like...
Need some tiramisu there?
It was weird. I didn't know he sold
Some
it.
grape
We
leaves.
just started doing this. I was like, it smells really good, whatever it is.
Did he try to get you to buy the giant beer?
Gross.
I'd buy it.
No?
I'd buy the giant beer.
He's tried to get me several times to do that.
Which makes sense. Very good joke.
That's because he's hitting on you.
Ooh!
I bet it.
That's really good. This is all gonna have to be censored.
Can we call this I Got Tits behind?
We could, but I can't put that in the...
Put like a exclamation point for the eye.
I'll put an at symbol.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. You know what? Really good. Snow all over the place. I love snow.
It is Arctic out there. It's some kind of... I'd say it was Martian summer, but Mars has less snow. So
the only good thing about the snow is that I get to use my electric snow thrower, which is pretty awesome. The only bad thing about that is I have to use it for like an hour and a half because there's so much snow.
The only good thing about thinking about Mars is Sparks, Nevada. So, have you heard the last two episodes? By the way,
what about Veronica Mars?
Fantastic.
Stuff catch up.
Catch up, dude.
That's the thing about not being able to ride, because I always listen to it on my ride into work. You know, I can't listen at work because I'm too busy. But
yeah, this started load up, ramp up to Valentine's Day too. So I mean, we got like lots of hopefully good stuff coming up in our own personal lives, and there's lots of good news to get to too. So a ton of good news. And
let's talk about romance, guys.
The first one is
how you doing, girl?
Officially, Spider-Man is now in the Marvel universe. He's there. He made it.
He's always been in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but in the Marvel universe, in movies, he's there. Marvel now has the rights to use him. They bought him somehow from Sony and
didn't buy him.
Deal.
Didn't buy him. Wrong. Here's the story, Matt. Spidey's he's in the Marvel universe on basically what's akin to a lease. Sony is saying that you can use Spider-Man in your Marvel movies, including the first movie, which may be Captain America: Civil War.
I think it's
which is a big
linchpin.
linchpin. Spider-Man's a big linchpin in that storyline. So if they can, that's a good thing. But the caveat is that for those movies, Sony doesn't get any kickback from them. Sony still owns Spider-Man, by the way. They sold him. But Marvel's head Kevin Feige has to. And
just making sure it's recording.
Jamie's making sure it's recording. Whoa. So I already checked. Nice try. While you guys were talking about muffins and things, Kevin Feige has to help them make a new Spider-Man movie.
So the Spider-Man movie is being made. The standalone is actually a Sony movie.
The standalone is going to be a Sony movie. Still.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and but it can have Marvel characters appearing.
No, I think it's going to. I'm almost totally sure.
But so here's a couple little things from it that I wrote down. Okay, so Marvel leasing the rights is how they
I have a ton of stuff.
Sony wants a much younger Spidey. Andrew Garfield was 31 years old, but they said no Andrew Garfield, no Mark Webb either.
Well, he was 27 when he started the movies. But they want someone who's closer to teenage years.
The other Spider films, though, Sinister Six, Venom, the Spider-Girls film they're talking about, they're still in the works at this point.
Sinister Six is still in the works, which I guess it makes a little more sense now if Sony is doing the Spider-Man movie than they do Sinister Six. That makes more sense now. Because when I first saw it, I'm like, why would they do the Sinister Six if they don't own Spider-Man anymore?
I'm actually more interested in the Spidey Girls one. Like, who are they going to... Because, I mean, there's a lot of different but good female characters in the Spider-Man that are underutilized, including the newest character, Silk, who's a fun little take on the
I kind of really badly wish that they could use Emma Stone as Spider-Gwen, but they're not.
Spider-Gwen
but
is
unless
still a
they-
possibility if they do something about a Spider-Verse
guess.
movie.
I guess
you
they
know?
could. Yeah.
And then there's also Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, who's a very awesome character as well. She's been Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, she's a very cool spy-like character. She's snarky, she's cool. So those are still in the works. Although Sinister Six has been delayed. But I think that's just because of the announcement and how they're using Spider-Man in some other films, and also the new Spider-Man film that may be coming out, which may be a reboot of some sort, I guess.
There is a new Spider-Man movie coming out. They have already put a slot for it.
Yeah.
In.
They
actually moved the whole Phase 3 around.
That was how they announced. That's how they announced Spider-Man being in the universe. Was they showed that the new.
Oh, there it is. It's actually July 28th, 2017. That's when they put it in. But here's the thing too: if he goes into Civil War, they're gonna have to have the character before April or April-ish, because that's when the principal filming starts for Civil War is in April. So they're gonna have to get on that. Now, there's actually, I heard this today. There's been 2 confirmed people, and one that's like kind of a fan favorite type person that they've been looking at.
For Spider-Man,
for
Grant Gustin?
Spider-Man. Grant Gustin's a fan favorite, and I like
Grant Gustin's a great young actor.
I
think he's great in the Flash.
I almost don't want him to take him from the Flash in a way, because I think it would really conflict with his Flash.
Oh, definitely. And I think that's why he might not do it too.
But he's not on the list yet. He's only a fan favorite.
Yeah.
There's 2 people on the list right now, and that they've confirmed that somebody has talked to. One is Dylan O'Brien. He is the lead in Maze Runner. Was also in the Teen Wolf MTV Teen Wolf. The other one, and this is the one I like a lot, I actually might like him better than Grant Gustin, is Logan Lerman. Logan Lerman is the main character in Percy Jackson. He's been in Perks of Being a Wallflower. He's been in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, I remember Logan.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Logan.
So I like Logan a lot. But it's only 23. So is Dylan, but they're both only 23. But he looks like a young 23. He looks like a young 23. I think
guys, don't eat for the next 2 months. You might be Spider-Man.
Well, don't eat, but still somehow get buff, because you also got to kind of be.
Well, you gotta
have like the thin muscles.
You work off your reserves, yeah.
No, but I like Logan Lerman a lot. I think he could do a really good job at it. But these are the 2 people they actually just.
And then maybe we can get Emma Watson as Mary Jane. Yeah, Perks of Being a Wallflower reunion.
I'd be alright with that. Actually, that'd kind of be a good idea. Actually,
I'm in love with Mary
but she's not gonna at least be in the. I don't think she'll be in the Civil War. She'd be in, unless it was just like a little teeny cameo part for Mary Jane. Not at all. Do you think when they reboot this solo, do you think they'll go right to Mary Jane, or will they try to do a Gwen Stacy thing again?
I would like to see them go back to Mary Jane,
or maybe Betty Brant, because
I think it would be a good idea to just to make their film as different from the last 2 as possible,
well, especially because it is a reboot,
and they could do it like the what is it this one, I think it's called Mary Jane Loves Spider-Man, where it's like kind of a more teen skewed comic.
They could do it more like Ultimate Spider-Man is teen skewed as well. So the show. So there's a lot of fun things they could do with it, and they could bring characters in like Nova or Luke Cage, even if they could maneuver and borrow them. They might even be able to use the guys playing Luke Cage in the Netflix one. So you never know what's gonna happen with it. But so Phase 3 did get bumped. There's no context though from those characters that Miles Morales would be the Spider-Man, but Logan Lerman isn't playing a Miles Morales.
Actually, from what the press releases and things said, it looks like they're kind of looking for the same kind of Spidey but younger,
like a teen Spider, like a teen rebooting it basically,
a teen Peter Parker, which is sad, but
I think it is smart though to reboot with a young person, because Tobey Maguire was 26, I believe, when he started being Spider-Man, and by the time his ended,
Spider-Man 3 happened, everyone hated him.
The second Spider-Man, he just graduated from high school, and he was like 29 or something. It's like, it's hard to believe you're graduating from high school right now, And even though he looked young, he still looked old young, It's like young old, like a Sean Astin type young old,
like any character from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of good things they could do with this, but Civil War begins shooting in April, so we're really going to see what they can do with this. I'm ready to see what's going to happen.
That was a good first topic. Although you didn't tell me how you're doing.
I'm all right. I'm doing a lot better this week. I have a few days off.
For obvious reasons, yeah.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. Like I said, Valentine's coming up. I have a couple things planned, so this should be pretty fun. No, I think we got it all. Okay, a little tiny heel. But here's another Marvel thing. Speaking of Marvel, Captain Marvel is looking possibly looking to get Angelina Jolie as the director for this movie. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, Angelina Jolie, the actress, but she's done a couple good things in the directing world so far. Like, maybe
part of that
she'll do
speculation too is that she'll star, and I was like, that's not.
No, she won't star. That'd be dumb.
Wait, yeah,
That'd be dumb. She's
gorgeous, but way too old for the part.
Yeah, I love Angelina Jolie, but she's like 10 years too old, at least 10 years too old for the part.
But she could probably get one of her kids because they're probably old enough now, right?
There's a lot of good female characters that could play this. And there's, you don't never know what character they're going to draw to play this Captain Marvel. I mean, they could go.
I want to see a trilogy of Captain Marvel movies and then a Ms. Marvel Kamala Khan movie.
Kamala Khan is pretty big.
Or Kamala Khan TV series.
Have you seen? There's like some. I think it's France or somebody has like these.
Yeah,
like
Matt, early adopter right here of Kamala Khan. I thought she was amazing from the first. Her comic is great. It's a fun little small story. You know, it's this girl in Jersey City. You know, she's got. It's kind of like a Spider-Man origin story, but for a Muslim character. But she's not like, it's not like, oh, this is Muslim and different. It's like, no, this is like, she's just a teenager having to deal with her very religious parents, you know, and trying to balance that and her outside life with being a hero with these new powers she's got, you know. And so it's very like early Spider-Man-esque, and it just has that great spirit, you know. And I really love the story so much. Last week I just got the new issue on my Comixology app.
You still give me the password to you.
Sure, we'll do it sometime.
So how do you feel about Angelina Jolie? You seem to be sour on that, or is you just thinking because she might star in it? I don't think she's gonna star.
No,
in it, so.
I don't feel like I don't know if she's the kind of like she's done a like indie movies. She hasn't done anything where he's like, oh, I want to see her head a actiony.
I'm trying to think what the name of her movie is, but the movie that she directed was very gritty. It had like a fresh feel to it. Where
Captain Marvel's not a gritty character though, honestly.
Per se. But what Captain Marvel needs to stand out from other movies in the Marvel universe is not the same thing.
Gritty is kind of the same thing.
Guardians of the Galaxy did a little bit of, but I think that she could do something different than being just like an Avenger, you know. And I really hope that there can be, you know, somebody can do it justice. Whether I'm just the girl version of all these people.
Well,
like, I don't care.
Captain Marvel should have ties in with, like if I were Kevin Feige, then I would tie him in with Guardians of the Galaxy, because she has interstellar heritage. Like she's had Carol Danvers has powers that are given to her by the Kree, by Captain Marvel. She got tie-ins with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of the Kree, you know, the Inhumans thing. She had ties with the Inhumans as well. You know, there's a lot of stuff they can tie her in with, which is why she's a great property right now, and they really need to write well.
She's no Quake, but yeah, I gotcha. But
I like Doom better.
I'm trying to think of all their names. There's some hilarious ones.
Jamie is crawling on the ground.
You can just walk by. People will drink then.
Or run to the table.
So Sif is going to be back in the newest Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Jamie Alexander, the girl who plays woman who plays Lady Sif,
yes.
is going to be back on the show again.
Boom.
I like her. She's got a lot of gravitas. She's good on the show.
I'm excited to see what they do with Sky, like what they do with her powers now. She's been infused with the Terrigen Mist.
I want to see what they're going to do with her and what's the other chick there.
That's because of Tarragon Mist, which is just like someone spraying tarragon all over you in this good spice, but not
spices all over your face.
I don't have any powers. I'm just kind of spicy.
Awful. I like to see Lady Sif back on there because I think she did a good job in the last.
And that would be a good sign.
I think there's just that little like push from the actual Marvel universe kind of helps them out a lot.
It's good. Well, it's also good to keep,
I would love to see
Marvel
like
characters relevant.
Thor or like Iron Man or somebody even like show up, even just for a second, like, hey, what's going on? And a lot of them said they do it. It's just probably like there's probably some kind of movie.
Well, so
TV show.
I think they also don't want to write in those guys being like around all the time because it's like, why are we calling on these guys with no powers?
Yeah, why do we got the regular guys when we got these super guys?
The Z team when we have guy that can punch you into oblivion.
Agent Coulson is smart. Okay, he's smart.
We also have Ward who's still dreamy. He's a bad guy and good guy.
And they have Trip, who's dead. and he was awesome.
Okay, spoiler alert.
But he was awesome. Why did they kill him?
Spoiler
Why did they kill
alert.
him?
Spoiler, stop it.
Why did they kill him?
Stop.
Why did they
You're
kill him?
spoiling it.
That's all I'm saying.
You're spoiling it.
But if you didn't watch already, you catch up.
I'm gonna have to
right
write
now.
spoilers in the title
Good.
now.
You deserve to, and you have to write tits in there too, because we said that like 3 times now.
You said it 3 times actually.
No.
I said it.
Your
0
wife said it
times.
once.
True story. Okay, it tracks. It tracks.
What else you got? I got a couple more things. I think.
Okay, so I have. So there's gonna be a big reunion that coming up soon on the Community season 6.
Okay, I heard about this.
This is announced. Police Academy reunion. Steve Gutenberg. We got the Goots back. We're gonna probably
Goots
get Bob,
took a
we're
picture-
gonna get Bobcat
He
Goldthwait.
took a picture and put it on his Twitter, I believe, or his Instagram or something, with Bobcat Goldthwait and the little dude. I forgot his name.
Is Hightower in there anywhere? Is he dead? I think Hightower's
He
dead.
might be dead. But I'm excited to see that. I really like what Dan Harmon does with those kind of things, and I think it could be a lot of fun. And somebody needs to give Gutenberg a job, right?
The Goots, I call him. They all call him Goots.
So I have a couple of fun things. I'm going to go more Marvel because I got one more Marvel thing. So Sophia Turner has been confirmed as Jean
I'm
Grey.
actually
She
going to
confirmed
see
it
that
herself. She confirmed it herself that she is going to be Jean Grey, and she's
Jean Grey.
she's confirmed that-
Sophie Turner, by the way, Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones.
Correct.
That's where you know her from. Same person.
and she has confirmed also that she is playing the Famke Janssen,
Younger version.
the Jean Grey. It's the younger version, obviously, but she's playing like the lead up into that. She's like, I'm going to try to take parts from her, but also try to be my own character.
Sexy parts.
But I love Sophia Turner. I love her on Game of Thrones. I think she's a great actress. I think she's going to.
I didn't like her character. I didn't like Sansa at first, but I think she's done a great job.
I like Sansa now because now she's like, you're not sure where she's going. She could go all dark
She
side.
could go Littlefinger.
She-
yeah.
yeah.
Could go Littlefinger way.
She could be Littlefinger's girlfriend. I don't know what's going to happen.
That's
you know?
gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Gross Littlefinger.
It's gross.
First of all, Littlefinger just sounds like an awful name anyway.
Well, he's
But-
called Littlefinger because of that. Because he has a little thing. You know, that's what they say in the book and in the thing. So they call him Littlefinger.
We're going to censor that too.
That's some deep cut for Game of Thrones guys. Song of Fire and Ice.
But maybe Sansa likes that. You know, who knows?
Hey man, just need.
I think she's still technically 16 in the books, but
the motion of the ocean, man. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so and that'll come out in April too. But the movie it's coming up and she's gonna be Jean Grey. I'm pretty excited about that. I think she's a good choice.
I do, and they actually have a good. I think they have a good young cast for that, and it'll be fun to see what they do with James McAvoy if they make him bald. You know, it'll be fun to see what they do with like.
Or if they just get Pete Holmes to play Professor X instead.
You are garbage.
I can throw cards.
I brought you here because I'm going to.
What happens when you run out of cards? I have change in my pocket.
Oh, what about your gyro? Can you throw you that?
I could possibly throw it.
So Matt, I have news about 2 people named Jon Stewart. How about that?
Okay,
So,
I know.
So
both
happy.
of them.
What you want first? The
One's
bad or the
happy,
good
one's-
news?
One's happy, one's sad. Let's do the sad one first, just because I.
So the bad news, Matt. Jon Stewart from the Daily Show has announced his retirement. He's leaving the Daily Show.
That's very sad. He said he's going to be doing it sometime later in the year. He didn't announce an exact date, but it's an end of an era. Like he made
that show, basically.
It's funny that he is this comedian that became more of a true newsman than most newsmen.
More people got, and his polls have been done that more people get like actual news from him than people that do actual news.
Yeah, and he's correct and smart. And he knows what the hell he's talking about, and he looks stuff up.
And he's really funny too. Like he's always been genuinely funny.
And that's what made me want to listen to news and learn about it. You know, unlike listening to
Bill O'Reilly,
left or right, it's either side. Yeah. It's just like okay, you're both spewing garbage. You know, whereas he knows what he's talking about. He looks it up and he makes it funny. He makes it interesting and relatable.
Agreed.
It's tough. They're already like, oh, who's going to replace him? I don't know if anybody can truly replace him. He did so well in that job. I mean, he has like 18 Peabodys and 15 Emmys or something like that. He's got a ton of stuff for it, for what he's done there.
Yeah, he does it. He's two Peabody.
Yeah, 18 Emmys. I think is what it is. 18 Emmys and 2 Peabodys.
Yeah,
for 16 years.
Peabodys are very prestigious too.
Yeah.
As well as Emmys. So.
Yeah. So I mean,
makes sense.
Jon Stewart.
And so the Jon Stewart good news, Matt. So we've had a lot of recent talks, like Tyrese wanted to be Jon Stewart in Green Lantern.
No.
But
this one's good.
He still could be. Tyrese still could be in the movie
I like the
version.
actual rumor.
But the actor that plays John Diggle, whose name I didn't write down, I should have, but was asked
John Diggle on Arrow.
if on the show Arrow, Green Arrow, guys, he's Green Arrow, has been asked, might he be Jon Stewart, and he gave a very evasive answer. He basically didn't.
So what the hell does Diggle mean then?
Yeah, well, it's a pseudonym maybe, or like maybe it's his middle name.
Like
John
my
Diggle
actual
Stewart.
name is John Stewart Diggle.
Or Diggle Stewart, maybe. Who knows?
Diggle's not a middle name.
Diggle's
Stewart's
not
not a
any
middle
kind
name,
of
at least. But,
Yeah, you changed it because Diggle's ridiculous.
I think he'd be better in the movies. I think put him in the movies.
They wouldn't do that.
It'd be good to reboot.
DC's already said they're not going to put any of the TV actors.
I don't
in the
want a
movies.
Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan.
I was going to say Guy Gardner Green Lantern.
I don't want.
I would love to see a Guy Gardner Green Lantern.
Who would they pick?
He's such a
Michael Rappaport? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like, hey, I'm Guy Gardner. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Bill Burr, like Bill Burr.
That'd be fun. Yeah, because
Bill
he's
Burr with
like
a
Michael
bowl
Rappaport. Because he's the younger Michael Rappaport.
Funnier, Michael.
I think it'd be funny if they did like in the movies did like a Guy Gardner Red Lantern. That'd be fun. Because I think it makes a much better.
Red Lantern's a deep cut for the movies, though. They're just trying to.
Definitely.
They're hoping they can just work. They make this work right at this point. Because they're just throwing garbage. They're like throwing everything they have at a wall and hoping it sticks on there right now.
Which is, I mean, I'm not gonna get
like
down.
we got Batman and we got Wonder Woman and we got, like they don't know what they're doing.
I'm not gonna get down on DC, especially because they're doing convergence now, which is bring back some of the older.
I heard about that. They're getting rid of the
New
52.
52.
We didn't even talk about that.
No. See, that's a misnomer. They're not getting rid of the New 52.
Oh, they made it sound like
they're getting rid of the title New 52.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the same characters, but they're also gonna merge in
It's
some
not
of the
new,
older
technically
characters.
new anymore. I guess.
So like they're doing stories with like 0 Hour characters, like 0 Hour Wonder Woman, who's that crazy Amazon like basically villain, and they're doing characters with pre-52 Aquaman with the Hook guy who's brooding and just really badass. And so there's a lot of good stories. They're bringing back like Stephanie Brown Batman and Red Robin and like some just awesome characters from the pre-52.
Red Robin, yum.
Some awesome characters from the pre-52 that they not killed off, but just erased basically.
Just forgot about it, yeah.
Yeah, although Stephanie Brown is back as the Spoiler, which is the original character she was in Batman comics currently. So, true story. And Red Robin and
Red Robin
is in Titans and he has wings.
Aiden cannot wait for Titans because he loves Teen Titans. I didn't know this.
Teen Titans,
I know because
go!
he kept talking about Teen Titans the other day. I'm
1, 2,
like,
3,
where
4,
did you
go!
watch this? Because it's not on
Titans!
Netflix. They don't have
I
Teen
just like the
Titans
theme
on there.
song.
He was like, oh, Teen Titans, it's Teen Titans. I'm like, where do you
watched
know
it,
Teen
Hilda?
Titans
Miss
from?
Hilda's
I guess
name?
he must have. But then and we went to Wendy's and their Happy Meal had Teen Titans guys in it. I was like, oh, look at them. What do you got some Teen Titans?
I'm the Winter Dad.
Yeah, I was like, score.
Not
Yeah,
to
so-
be confused with the Winter Dad, who's the Winter Soldier version of you.
Oh, I was gonna say you could be the Winter Soldier dad because you have the Winter Soldier outfit.
I still do have that. Yes.
There you go. You could wear it and be like, "Hey, baby, I love you. I'm gonna go murder some people now. I'm gonna kill people for you."
I have sex with Black Widow.
Zoolander 2, shooting in Rome in the spring. 2. Zoolander.
What is this? A school for ants? Not the real quote. But I want.
It's Institute France. That's
no,
the real
Center
quote.
France. Center.
Oh, is it Center? Oh, okay. But it's shooting. It's being made finally.
So good.
20 years
Yes.
after the first movie came out.
And why does Jamie know this? Why did Jamie just quote that? That's weird. Have you even watched Zoolander?
It needs to be 3 times as large. He's right.
He's right.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's kind of like messing with perfection, but I don't know. I still watch it. I love Zoolander.
I'm a little annoyed that people keep doing these sequels like 10 to 20
I don't
years
know
after
what,
the
like there was until very recently there was a Beverly Hills Cop sequel in the work.
with Eddie Murphy's.
The last one came out like
Axel
87
Foley's
or
son.
something. 87?
Yeah.
Come on, man! You missed it. You missed.
If they have a good script,
You don't get it. No,
I'm
there's
down,
not. There can't
but-
be a good script in that. It's
No.
like, remember King of the Crystal Skull? No, you
there's
missed
a
it.
great script in that, man. He
You
was
missed
in
it.
a refrigerator.
Actually, there was a great script that the King of the Crystal Skull is based on that was even crazier. It was more insane than
I would
that script.
rather have seen
It
that
was,
one.
it was like jumping the shark 8 times. I was like, yes, I would
As
watch
opposed to King
I'll
of
watch
the
it.
Skull,
Well,
jumping 4 times.
They were talking about in the
Shia
new,
LaBeouf swings through trees with monkeys.
they were talking about in the reboot. Well, that wasn't in that original script. They
So
put
it
this in
wasn't as
there.
good then.
Why? Why did they put that in there?
Why was it added?
Who
Not
thought that
needed.
was? Oh, and then he could swing with monkeys.
Really
Actually,
bad CG
Mutt wasn't even
version.
in there.
Mutt.
Mutt was not even in there.
What?
But why? Why?
Stop forcing Shia LaBeouf on us.
And then we'll make him swing with monkeys. No!
I want to punch you, George Lucas.
Steven Spielberg, I believe, was the one that actually put that in there. But yes,
even worse.
either way, stupid.
You're a story director.
Like,
Why
they
are you
will
doing
turn all
this?
their guns to radios. And you're like, oh, you.
No, I hate your guts. I hate your guts.
I only got one more thing, but let's see what you got.
I have plenty more things,
Okay.
man. I have a Hot Tub Time Machine, too. Red Band clip. And it was hilarious.
I heard it's pretty funny.
I might link
haven't
this
seen
if
it
I remember somewhere in here at some point.
You never remember anymore. You never.
No, I
look
do.
at it.
You're not watching the episodes
Sure,
if
I
you
don't
don't see
watch any
this.
episodes.
Then I do.
I haven't watched anything except.
I have been doing, yes. But yes, it's called you can look it up. It's called Choosy, CHOOZY, Doozy, DOZZY, Celebrity is the name of the clip. Christian Slater is
starring,
it's
I
pretty
saw it.
hilarious. It's I won't give it away and I won't go through it because I don't want to add more swear words to this episode. But it's Red Band, which means 17 plus. It's hilarious, and then I will talk about it afterwards possibly because it's just that funny. But it's it gives me good hope for Hot Tub Time Machine 2. As it'd be hilarious as far as the Hot Tub Time Machine 1 was, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. This is the last thing I have, and this is probably the craziest thing I've heard this week. Have you ever heard of the Wheel of Time?
Wheel of Time? Yeah, it's
The
pronounced
Wheel
that.
of Time is one of the best-selling book series of all time.
Wheel of Time, yeah. After Lord of the Rings, I think it is.
It is. There's 14 books in the
Bible.
series. 14. No, 15 actually, because one's a prequel. And
Prequel.
so on FXX, on Monday at 1:30 in the morning, they premiered a pilot
1:30
for
in
the
the
show
morning?
called White Dragon. White Dragon was basically the Wheel of Time. It was like the first prologue to the Wheel of Time. This episode. Now, why supposedly this happened?
White Dragon sounds like a racist town.
They also previewed it in a spot that like they bought like the infomercials by, like they bought a spot and then just like put the show on, because they had to, supposedly the company that owns the show had to use it or lose it by February 11th. So they bought a 1 hour spot and threw the show on there.
But is it good? That's what I want to know.
I want to see it. I gotta look for it. But it's called White Dragon, and it premiered on FXX at 1:30 in the morning. So supposedly this book is by this guy named Robert, or this book series by a guy named Robert Jordan. 8 through 14 of these books were the number one bestseller when they came out.
What?
I wish I knew these books. I gotta look these up, because I really had never heard of this. But I guess the widow of the author came out the next day and said this was not authorized by us, and they're not supposed to do this. But they did it. They put out a 50-minute episode. You're talking to the ground. Your 50-minute episode of the pilot for this series. Who knows if there's going to be episode 2? There might not be, because they bought an infomercial spot. Crazy stuff just to get this thing, because basically it extends their lease on it, so they can make it. I guess what I heard was that they didn't really have enough money to do everything they wanted with it, and they wanted somebody to see it. So they just put it out there and like, hopefully somebody will give us more money. But supposedly,
Here's something for the show.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Yeah, the wheel of the time keeps on turning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're missing out.
I read a little bit of like what it was about. It is insane. It is like
A bestseller, insane.
I'm trying to think of like what I could compare it to. It was like
Lord of the Rings.
it was like Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe mixed with
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
yeah, exactly. Mixed with I'm trying to think what's the series with the Golden Compass.
The Golden. I
It
still
was
don't know anything about
insane.
the Golden
It was
Compass.
insane. It didn't make. I was like, I gotta read these books now. I really want to see what they are.
Okay, Matt's gonna do a new series. He's gonna start a podcast called Book
It's
Report.
called Book Report.
And I'll be the co-host, and I'll just like, you're stupid. Shut
I read
up.
a book
And I'll
today.
just punch him in the face the whole time.
I'll start every podcast with I read a book today. But I'm really interested.
That'll happen right after my dive beers.
I'm really
podcast
interested
when I do
to
it.
see what this is. Just to see, like, maybe I'll see if I can find on Pirate Bay or something, because it's crazy.
So I only actually had one thing left. I said I'd like
good.
it was
It better be awesome then, because we're ending.
Telltale. Matt is excited about their new mystery project. Okay,
So what is it?
Not good
Do you
at
know
all.
what it is?
They don't. They won't tell us. They said it's perfect for us, though, Matt. What do you think it'll be about? What do you think is a good Telltale?
I
property
think they'll
coming?
be crying because they know that Life is Strange was much better than what they do.
I don't think that.
No.
Plus, Matt, they're coming out with the Minecraft thing for you, loser. I just alienated any fans we have. Cause
I made an awesome building, okay?
I bet you did.
3 stories, it's pretty sweet.
He's playing Minecraft right now.
I did the creative mode. I was like, creative mode, I don't get killed by stuff, I can just make buildings. So I just started making buildings.
This is my face to that.
Don't be a hater. It's like you with Doctor Who. So really, you don't like good things.
No, it's not like me with Doctor
right?
Who.
Right, guys? Everyone?
It's Doctor Who.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. That's what you meant to say. So,
Timey-wimey.
So what do you think this Telltale project is?
See, I have no ideas.
You have no idea. So
No
you have
ideas.
nothing to add to this.
No.
You threw this out there and just wanted me to
I
go
should
with
have
it.
done this first. I should have
Yeah.
done this one first.
That's great.
But I was hoping you had something that I could riff off.
I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna Maltese Falcon clap.
That's what they stream at the Maltese Falcon. Actually, you know what they're gonna do, Matt? It's gonna be a Witch Way bow. That's what they stole that from.
Yeah, but
Did you play?
Life is Strange kind of like a wish.
Did you play Game of Thrones episode 2, by the way?
I did.
Is it balls hard to do anything that doesn't suck
You
in that
never.
episode?
You're just gonna. It's gonna suck. That's what. But that's my problem with Telltale right now. It's like, hey, whatever you do, you're gonna have to pay for it. You know, it's like, oh fuck, I know what the
heck.
heck. But yeah,
He will remember this.
But,
Awesome.
okay, great.
That's why I like when you skip the credits in that one. It's like we will remember this. Thank you.
But okay, great. I don't know what that means. What?
Yeah. Plus, Telltale loves to do scenes where you have to walk really slowly because you're injured in some way.
This might
I'm
be.
like, I don't want to walk for 5 minutes. I just want to be there.
Yeah, definitely. And
I gotta walk with a cane. I don't want to do this.
That damn Whitehall guy. I want to murder the guy who plays the actor who plays him now because I hate that guy so much.
I wish there was like a button where like, stab the guy in the throat. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, good.
I want to meet.
Good.
I want to meet
that.
Sir Whitehall in real life. Like just the real guy, and just choke him out. Like,
he probably looks like a really handsome
like,
dude.
I'm a dick again. Like, okay, we get it. We get it.
He's like, I saved these 17 orphans from this building, and I give money to charity for the. I'm like, I still want to kill you though.
Whatever I do, you're gonna be a jerk to me. Okay, I got it. So if I'm like meek and mild, you're a jerk to me.
And
if I step up to you, you're a jerk to me. I got it.
Telltale designed the most punchable face for him too, and you're just like, I want to punch your round head.
That's why.
I want to punch it over.
That's
and over.
why I'm so right now. Even though I love the Telltale games, I'm so much more in love with the Life is Strange games because it feels like you're doing something different. And every time whatever you pick in the Telltale game, it's gonna be crappy for you. There's not like one where like you won. You're like, oh, you don't feel like happy at the end. You're like, oh,
great
crap.
Yes.
Well, instead of my brother dying, my sister died. You know,
my
like,
throat wasn't slit this time. Cool.
Yeah, but my brother's throat was slit. You're like, oh,
no one stabbed me in my throat.
There's no trade-off. There's no trade-off. Oh. You're like, oh well, my sister didn't die, but my brother died. And you're like, oh.
Wait, I had to pick which one of my siblings died?
Yeah, basically, it's horrible choices. They're like not a good choice.
Can I just like? I did a book report, but no, I didn't do it.
I lose all the ironwood, which makes us who we are, or all my family dies or something. It was like,
I have to choose between my livelihood or my family. What?
I get every
You're
time I
killing
get done,
me here.
Every time I get done with the Game of Thrones, I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm not
get it. It's Game of Thrones.
I'm waiting for the next episode, but I'm not. I'm like, I don't.
There's no happy endings.
Everything that happens with.
Okay, it's recording again.
I don't believe you.
Finn.
Fang Fum.
Bye.
Classy,
We
guys.
love you guys.
Thanks for coming.